Welcome to Category 5 Technology TV, episode number 362 for Tuesday, the 26th of August.
2014.
That's where we're at.
Yay.
So if you're watching this in 2042 and the technology seems incredibly obsolete, now you know why.
I am Sasha Dermatis.
Hey, I'm Robbie, and tonight we're going to be looking at this awesome Viewmaster.
Woo! As you'll probably notice if you've watched before and saw that I usually wear glasses, today I'm not wearing glasses and my pupils are insanely dilated, so I will not be viewing the Viewmaster.
It just doesn't work. Oh, look, it's just like there's nothing in it. Actually, tonight what we're doing is we're going to be learning how to get the little red thing to the little yellow thing.
What?
In a game of physics and crayons.
Ooh.
We're going to install it on Linux. It's addictive. It's crazy awesome, even though it looks like my 3-year-old drew it.
Yay!
But you are going to love it, so don't go anywhere. Sasha?
Yes?
What's coming up?
Oh, yes, coming up in the newsroom. Google Images may have been hacked this morning. Twitch has been sold to Amazon. An exploit in Android's GUI framework lets hackers access pretty much anything. And a Doctor Who and Sherlock mashup is so realistic you'll find it hard to tell that it's not even a real show. These stories are coming up later in the show.
Don't you go anywhere!
This is Category 5 Technology TV. Starring Sasha Dermatis, Hillary Rumble, Krista Wells, Eric Kidd, and your host, Robbie Ferguson.
Introducing Belltone First, a revolutionary new hearing aid. So small you can hardly see it. So comfortable you can hardly feel it. For the first time ever, you can control hearing aids directly from your iPhone. Pick up the phone, listen to music, and use your hearing aids like wireless headphones. Hear everything that matters. Try Belltone First. For a free trial, call 1-800-BELLTONE now.
This is Category 5 Technology TV. This is seriously cool. I mean, who comes across a kit like this in such great shape of Viewmaster slides with the Viewmaster, the original, patent pending from Poland.
What a blast from the past. Where did you find that?
This was my wife's grandparents.
So the same
the great
as
grandparents of my kids.
The newspaper.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. We've been going through stuff at the old house, and this came up, and somebody said, "Does anybody want?" Because it's just a Viewmaster, right? But I'm like, yeah.
It's not just a Viewmaster.
Look at this. I don't know if you guys can read that in the middle. They're just like you. The kids at home don't know what this is. We know what this is. This is the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II. Wow. June 2nd, 1953. Shot in 3D. So it goes in here like that.
And then you just flip through.
Yeah, so this is number 1.
Okay.
Wow. So this is...
Okay. Describe what you're seeing.
I'm seeing view from up above, like almost from a mezzanine.
Is it in the same church that Prince William and...
Millions of people.
Let me see. Let me see. Get it.
Okay, you ready for this? To see the crowd? Look at this. They're just the soldiers themselves.
Oh, wow.
1953, did I say?
Oh, my goodness. 1953. That's incredible.
There are all these slides.
Okay.
The original 3D, folks.
Oh, now I want to be queen.
So I got to go through all these and find out what gems we actually have here. They're in quite good shape. I saw just a ton that had been purchased, and because this was entertainment back then. When I was growing up, it was kind of a fun thing to have.
It was really cool. I saw zoo animals and stuff in the Viewmaster.
This is how you traveled back then. There was no internet and, ability to... There's Egypt.
This is like the original, Google image search.
Yes. You want to see what Egypt looks like? Okay, let me just get the slide. Wow. Ontario, Canada.
Ontario, Canada. I wonder what Toronto looks
1946.
like. It's Ottawa.
Ottawa,
Ontario.
in Ontario. That's our,
Oh, wow.
our parliament buildings and everything. 1946. Wow.
1946.
Anyway, so that's just a little bit of nostalgia for us. You can't see it because we're not in 3D. But I thought that was really, really cool. So I'm setting that aside. They're like, are you going to sell it?
No.
I don't think I could.
No, you wouldn't want to anyway.
It's just way too special.
It's
way too cool.
Don't end up, though, with this huge accumulation like in the show Hoarders or something of all of these things
all the stuff
that
from the
have
1940s.
been held forever.
Yeah.
Oh. Some Folgers in my cup? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, you want some?
Yes.
If you haven't already done so, get on over to our mobile website, m.cat5.tv. And I'm going to give you a QR code that you can scan here. And if you scan that code or just go to the website, m.cat5.tv, you're going to be able to check us out on your mobile device.
Mm-hmm.
Compatible with all mobile devices. So if you want to watch live, listen live,
or
view on demand.
On your mobile device, you could call our phone
There's
here
an idea.
At 2545-CAT5TV.
That's right. 2545-CAT5TV. The number's on our website, category5.tv. I charged the batteries.
So you can call tonight.
There you go.
Huh?
The phone's been offline for a while, and I was trying to figure, why is my phone not working? And the power adapter for the Magic Jack had failed us. So I picked up a power adapter for it, and now you can call again. So give me a call.
So it was one of those, my computer's not working. Well, is it plugged in sort of situations?
I get so few phone calls because everybody emails that it's like, oh, okay, so the phone's dead. It's not that big of a deal. I know I missed a couple of your calls. I'm sorry. I'm not playing it down. But, yeah, give us a call tonight. Even if you just want to say, hey, tell us where you're watching the show live from, what device. Maybe you're watching on Roku. Welcome to our Roku viewers. And we love having everybody here. And we'd love to hear from you if you want to say hi.
Awesome. We have some new viewers this week. Lucky153 and Firecracker. So hello to both of you.
Welcome. Thank you for registering at category5.tv. Viewers from all over the world, thinking of our friends down in California. Hope everybody's all right. And everywhere in the world, we're just thinking of our viewers, and we really appreciate having you as a part of the show. Also, somebody was saying in the chat room, randomly,
the Tim Hortons
noticed your mug.
Yes.
We figured we had to use this tonight before it has to be replaced with the Burger King mug.
crown. Maybe you'll get a crown when you go buy your coffee now.
That would be neat.
Or you could get a donut and a burger. Or maybe one of those. Remember they had the Krispy Kreme donut bun thing where it was a burger? I'm vegetarian, so the fact that I remember this is incredible. But they had Krispy Kreme donuts instead of burger buns, so they could do that with Tim Hortons now.
They put a burger in a donut?
Evidently, it was delicious.
So forget the Boston cream.
Yeah.
Do you know that Tim Hortons started as a burger pit?
No.
Yeah.
And switched into coffee?
And very soon after switched to coffee and became a franchise. But the very first one was a burger pit.
Huh.
Yeah. The more you know. So they're going back to their roots with this whole buyout thing.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed.
I wonder if there'll be more Tim Hortons in the States now.
That would be good for you folks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go.
It is delicious coffee. Although this isn't actually Tim Hortons coffee.
Folgers in your cup, girl.
All right.
Do you want to tell them what networks we're affiliated with? And then we're going to move on with, we've got your viewer questions. We've got some interesting gaming software to play with tonight, which I'm looking forward to.
Are we talking about how Category5.tv is a member of the Tech Podcast Network?
We're talking about it.
If it's tech, it's here. cat5.tv/TPN and the International Association of Internet Broadcasters. cat5.tv/IAIB.
Have you at home been kind of following along with our Studio D project? Sasha and I kind of chat about it every now and again, how the how the progress is coming along with Studio D. You know that we're working on getting out of this space, and I really, season 8 is about to begin. It's hard to believe, but I think the timing is perfect. The timing coincides. I believe we're going to be in Studio D by season 8's start.
When does season 8 start? Robbie?
At the end of September.
The end of September.
Yes. So I'm giving myself a month. The first wall of drywall went up this week.
So just complete that section of the room. And then we'll just
so we've got the
there.
one wall. Just got to kind of mud and tape and paint, and we might as well do the other wall too before we do all that. That's true.
Jot is wondering how it's going with the camera donations.
It's coming. I mean, I appreciate everybody who's been contributing. One of the things that you want to do is get onto my blog, which is really, really easy to remember. Just look at me. Think baldnerd.com. Head over to baldnerd.com, because what I've done is I've narrowed it down to, I think, 5 different cameras that we're looking at. Okay. We have enough money from viewer contributions to get the entry-level stuff already.
That's a good start.
And it's absolutely great. So now we're looking at, okay, now we want to get into the 4K realm of things, and there are some really huge advantages to 4K. One of the ways I can explain it live on the air, we're currently working with a 1080p camera, but a 720p canvas. So, for example, I can come in on me, and that's a 720p full frame. I can go in on Sasha. She's a little clearer because this camera is bad on this side, but what do you notice?
Yes.
My shoulder's still in the shot.
We're sharing.
With a full 4K camera, or Ultra HD even, which is a little bit narrower, we would be able to digitally zoom right in on your face full frame.
Right.
And cutting out everything else, and it would be a really, really nice close-up, which is great. But also, if we hold up a product and we want to show you a product, we can zoom right in on it digitally without the use of a camera operator or anything like that, or having to refocus the camera. It's all part of the camera because we've got a huge 4K frame to work with a 720p canvas that we can move around in that frame. So that's one of the biggest reasons that we're looking to do that, to upgrade the camera. We have to upgrade, though. We can't use this camera in this space, unfortunately.
Right. So by the end of September, we will have enough money.
Yes.
That's the plan.
With your support, folks.
With your support.
And if you own a business, or if you're part of a business and you want to advertise on the show, that's another way you can support us. And if you request specifically that we take some of the proceeds from your advertising and put it toward the camera project, the camera upgrades, and we will do that. So, there are many different ways that you can support us, but go to cat5.tv/studio. I hope you've been following along with the videos, because it's a lot of fun. What I've been doing is chasing around the studio as things are happening with a handheld camera, and getting everything as it's, from start to finish. So you get to see the whole renovation project, all the problems that we come up against, all the ways that we're remedying it on the cheap, and so you can learn a lot I'm learning a lot about even just home maintenance, how to take care of my home as a fairly new homeowner. I bought this house 2 years ago.
That's right.
So I have yet to get to the point where I need to recaulk the windows. I think this year is it. So.
Now you know how.
Yeah, with Studio D, I've been learning these things, so it's a really good opportunity for me, and I've done my best to follow along with a video camera so that you can learn these things as well. If you have missed the video portion, you can find them on our YouTube channel, linuxtechshow.com, or you can actually get over to cat5.tv/studio. Just in case you have missed, here's a really short clip from the most recent video. This is from Studio D Day 15 with myself and Paulo.
Oh, you should do that in fast motion.
This here? Oh, yeah.
With that song.
Okay.
Oh, you should do that in fast motion.
So, what was happening there?
Paulo had the nerve to say to a former electronica producer, "Oh, you should play this in fast motion and play that song that goes ding, 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 ding." So I literally took him at his word and did a remix of what he said, and It may have only been 7 seconds long, but it was so worth the hour it took.
Were you vacuuming up the dust as it was being created?
Because we figured that we could actually cut down on the amount of mess if I follow along with the vacuum, which makes me look useful while he's cutting out the drywall. So we cut it out.
Work?
It worked fantastically well, yeah.
Huh.
And it's a very strong vacuum, so it sucked it all out, all that dust.
I wonder if there was a way to create something that just did that automatically.
I think they have that in a more industrial setting. I don't think that ours is the pro way to do it. I mean, we're using a Dremel to cut out the drywall, but it worked. It was cheap, and it worked really well. So
very good.
But we're coming along. So, like I say, first wall of drywall is in. Robert has been there. Anthony has been there. Paulo has been there. Krista and Brad have been there. And people are just really pitching in, making this thing come together and helping us to make it happen for you. Studio D is going to be an amazing thing for our community, for our show, for our viewers, for you at home. Especially, think about that 4K camera. And if you're watching this on your TV, on your Roku set-top box, it's going to look fantastic. So we want to bring that to you. We want to bring you the new studio space where we can move around. We can have some more fun. We're looking at, every little detail. Colors. We're matching up colors this week. And so it's very, very exciting. So
I'm so looking forward to it.
cat5.tv/studio. That's enough about that for tonight. But do please show your support. Send in a contribution to help us make that happen. Mm-hmm. And, I did mention baldnerd.com. There is the list of the cameras, why I'm looking at certain cameras. We welcome your feedback because I'm still making the decision as to what one I want to buy and what is the best deal for, we want to be good stewards of the money that you contribute to make this happen. So that's where you can actually contribute your thoughts. And if you have a different suggestion, you want to submit that, baldnerd.com, find the new camera for Studio D, and you'll be there.
Excellent.
Cool. All right, folks.
So,
are you ready?
Yes. For Numpty Physics?
Yeah. It's this interesting game. It's a free drawing puzzle game. It's got 35 levels that come with it. So it's gaming right out of the gate. But you can also, it's got a level editor.
Okay.
And it's got the ability to get onto their website, download new levels. If you ever complete the ones that are there, you get bored of making your own, you can download new levels that other users have contributed to the community. But like I say, the game is free, and there are other games similar to this, but they cost about $20 to buy. So here's a free alternative available for your Linux machine. I understand it's cross-platform as well. I only saw the deb packages, and of course it's in our repositories. So shall we take a look?
Yes, we shall.
All right, we're going to start on Linux with installing the actual game. So this is available in our repositories, and I'm just going to jump over to my Linux machine. There it is. So I'm in Synaptic Package Manager on a Debian-based distro, and my search is going to be, like Sasha was saying, Numpty, kind of like Humpty Dumpty. Oh, and how many Numpties are there? You could type in Numpty Physics, but there it is. There's the game, Numpty Physics, a crayon-based physics puzzle game. It's a lot of fun. It's incredibly addictive. So get ready. As soon as you click this, you're going to be sitting in front of your computer for at least an hour.
This is like Candy Crush, isn't it? In its addictive quality.
It's
like
addictive
you're going to be
quality,
sitting there drinking Tim Hortons coffee, playing Numpty Physics.
You're going to be figuring out the physics behind your crayon drawings in order to get the ball to the star. It's as simple as that. It's a brilliant concept. And
All right,
let's take a look. Okay, so I'm going to click there, mark for installation, apply. That's how easy it is to install things on Linux. It's going to download it from the web. And as soon as we've got it, there it comes. How easy was that, eh?
Not bad.
Nice thing, I always say it, but I love package managers in Linux. Get used to the one that you use. I'm on a Debian-based distro. This is Point Linux. If you're on, whether you're on Arc, whether you're on Manjaro, whether you're on Ubuntu, whatever you're on, it doesn't matter. If you're on Fedora, you can use the package manager that's included with that. I'm using Synaptic Package Manager, and what it does is it allows my Linux computer to get any program that is a part of that distribution's, they're called repositories. Think of, big pools of software. So somebody else has already gone out and got this Linux software, put it in the pool, and said, now you can install it easy.
So I could do this easily on my laptop.
Yes. So you don't have to go out and find their website, download it, compile it, install it. There's none of that. Somebody's already set it up for you through this repository and package installation system. It's brilliant. So
maybe I'll actually try doing this. And
do
see.
it. It's fun and easy. So this is Synaptic Package Manager in ours, and you're on Zorin OS, which
Right.
is also it's based on Ubuntu, which is a Debian derivative. All that to say, you will also have Synaptic Package Manager.
It's already there?
Yes, but you also have one that's called Ubuntu Software Center, because Ubuntu is the base of Zorin OS. And any that are based on Ubuntu now will have this Ubuntu Software Center, which is Canonical's rebranded installation program. And it's brilliant. It makes it very, very easy to install applications, even a bit more attractive than Synaptic Package Manager. It's got some good screenshots, and you can preview what the game looks like and read reviews and things like that, a bit more like an app store. So, and that comes with your system. So look for Ubuntu Software Center on Zorin OS.
Okay.
All right. So I've already got it installed, Sasha. That was it.
Oh, that was fast.
That was pretty easy, eh? Okay, applications, games, Numpty Physics. Okay. This is the cutest thing. So, in order to start, you click on Start, and okay, well, it's not working. Okay, no, you've got to draw.
Ah.
This is a full physics-driven game. So you actually draw things to make things happen. So obviously this guy needs to get a hold of that start button. So I'm going to draw a little stick to him. There we go. Now we're ready to go. Okay, next. Okay, so I've got to get this ball down the hill, and we've got to get it to this star. So how do I do that? Now, the first couple of levels, they're going to give you advice. Okay, draw that thing. So if I outline that. All right, there. Oh. Okay.
And then the ball might roll. Draw another one.
Okay, so then you can get creative and say, I'm going to draw this crazy thing. Oh, yeah. All right,
worked.
Robbie. And I did it. Okay,
Nice.
so you can do this kind of, and you can get creative with your physics, and you draw stuff that's, they're physical objects that are, now I'm completely messed up. Let's stop that. Okay. So you need to...
Okay. So what do you need to do here?
So I should tell you a little bit about the hotkeys, because here I'm in a situation where pressing R is a really, really good idea. So I can press R and I can pause physics by hitting the space button. R restarts, space freezes the physical world. So now I can draw my
hill
thing, and I can... But keep in mind, this
is going to launch...
This is going to fall. So if I start it now, it's going to start falling. See?
Oh, right.
So I need to brace that.
It's going to launch right over the star, isn't it? Oh, no, it got the star.
Now, that is completely a cheating way to do it, in a way, right, to freeze time. But it's a good opportunity for you to play around and mess around with different types of physics. So I can do something like that, and I can draw that, and that becomes my... There you go. Okay. So what you can try is, do it without freezing time.
Did it.
And it gets harder and harder. Okay, now I've got to get down to that star. So how am I going to do that? Well, I could draw something, I don't know, like that. That's a pretty miserable hill.
So if you were to draw a helicopter, would it fly? Why is that helicopter there?
I don't know, it's just cute. Okay, so I'm going to draw a bunch of things to throw at it. Come on. It's got to be a bigger thing. It's got because it's weighted, right? Oh, there we go. Okay. And he does it.
You're done.
There you go. So it gets harder and harder. And remember, there are 35 levels for you to play with. This is Numpty Physics. It's a lot of fun. Keep it away from your work desk, because you are not going to get any work done. Promise you that.
Wow. There's only 37 levels?
35 levels
35
out the gate.
Levels. Okay.
Then you can create your own levels. So you can hit E to edit, and then you can start creating your own level, right? So your level editor looks the same. And I don't know all the hotkeys, but what I'll do is I'll post the links for you in the show notes. Episode number 362, just the link right out to their website, or just do a quick Google search, whatever search engine you like, Numpty Physics.
You know what I like about this is the fact that the background looks like an old, coffee-stained, scrunched up piece of paper that literally has just been scribbled on by a 4-year-old.
Yep.
I like it.
But this is all ages. I think anyone will enjoy this for sure. And it's super, super simple. So with the 35 levels, then you can also get more off of their website. You can download a whole package of just tons and tons of levels that have been contributed by other users.
Seems simple and strangely addicting.
Strangely. How do you like that, folks? Numpty Physics. Check it out in your favorite package manager for Linux. And, of course, if you have any levels to contribute, send them our way. We'll give them a try.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be fun.
Interesting. All right. Ready for the news?
Ready.
Here are the top stories from the Category5.tv newsroom. A repeating image of a car crash appeared consistently in Google search results this morning, prompting speculation that the tech giant may have fallen victim to hackers. The image, which showed a car wreck in front of a Russian stop sign, appeared in Google News and image searches. A Google News search for Obama, for instance, produced multiple images of the car crash accompanying stories related to President Obama. A search for Emmys produced similar results. This is not good. Google's image search was also disrupted, with multiple images of the car crash appearing amid the correct results. It remains unclear whether or not the search results were due to a technical glitch that was caused or were caused by hacker activity. Multiple users on the Google Search Help forum and Twitter discussed the possibility that the tech giant had been hacked, which blows my mind, really. I mean, I guess it's easy for hackers to get in,
easy breezy to hack into Google.
I mean, but it's just so gross and like you'd think that I don't know.
Even if it was a glitch in Google's matrix, right? There's still the PlayStation Network went down this weekend due to a hacker attack, and the hackers who shut down the PlayStation Network then called the airline that one of the head honchos at Sony was on one of their planes and called in a bomb threat on the airplane. Whether there was a bomb or whether there wasn't, it was just a show of power, and so I think people are a little bit on edge when it comes to this kind of thing, and could it be possible that there is hacking going on, because we're very mindful of cyber warfare as a new form of warfare, and it can be frightening when it comes to the amount of our personal information that is available through internet connected private servers.
Right. It seems like we're more and more becoming like reliant and integrated into, or technology is becoming integrated into our lives. And as that's happening, it's getting riskier and riskier because there's more interest in hacking. Like, who doesn't Google every moment of every day something? Like,
at least here in Canada. I know in other areas of the world, Google isn't necessarily as huge as it is here, but literally that when I say Google, it's because that's synonymous with search the web, and it has been for so long. I
search everything on my phone, and I don't even know how to search something on the internet not on Google, because I swipe to unlock my phone, and my home page is a Google search bar, and that's it. So everything I search is via Google.
And to further demonstrate how conditioned we are, how many times have I had customers who they're on the phone and I'm explaining to them, okay, now bring up your web browser. Oh, do you mean bring up Google?
Exactly.
No, I mean your web browser, Firefox, Chrome, Internet Explorer, whatever it is. Oh, yeah, that's Google.
I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even know how to do that on my phone. And here I am.
Yeah.
Category 5.
Get on to linuxtechshow.com if that's you, because Sasha and I actually did a feature, Internet Usage for Beginners, where we talked about the address bar and understanding the difference between Google, the search engines, versus the address bar. And it's important to note because one of these particular individuals was searching for their bank to go to their bank. Rather than putting royalbank.com in the address bar, they were putting it into search. So they could have gotten any number of shady websites that were tricking them into thinking that it was the Royal Bank.
I would just like to clarify that on my laptop, I know all of this, but on my phone,
the phone,
it's an app, right?
It's an Android phone too.
Exactly.
Which is owned by Google. So it makes it even more. The line is blurred. All right.
What a headache. Okay, now we may know a bit more about why Justin TV shut down to focus entirely on Twitch. Amazon has bought Twitch for nearly $1 billion.
Whoa! Now we get it.
The move,
Wow.
which includes a price tag of $970 million in cash, probably not actual cash, may seem odd to the online retailer's main customers, but it indicates Amazon wants a bigger piece of the multi-billion-dollar gaming business. Buying Twitch, a site that live streams people playing games like League of Legends and Dota 2 or Dota 2, I don't know what that is, let Amazon tap into the most loyal customers of games, the hardcore gamers. Twitch's approach, live broadcasts of video gameplay, is still in its developing stages. The site originally was a channel of Justin TV, a live streaming site co-founded by Twitch CEO Emmett Shear and Justin Kan. The pair launched Twitch in 2011 and rapidly gained popularity, garnering more traffic than video streaming site Hulu in February. It's a lucrative opportunity for Amazon, a company eager to tap into the estimated $100 billion gaming industry. Holy! Hardcore gamers are the ones buying gaming consoles and software, driving around 49% of sales, yet Amazon's previous tactics have not reached out to that audience. Twitch could provide a way in. It's a new media channel that allows Amazon to build a relationship with the most loyal of gamers.
That's amazing. I mean, good for them.
Yeah. Now, will they be playing Numpty Physics?
Probably. we got to get this on Twitch, folks.
That's right. Numpty Physics.
Where it's at.
Yes.
I was a little bit surprised. I think we were all taken aback when they shut down Justin.tv because it was an up-and-coming, really, it was doing quite well as a competitor against Ustream. Mm-hmm. But I think it's becoming progressively more difficult to have one of those generic services. I think Twitch is so focused on gaming. You've got to be a gaming channel in order to broadcast there. So it's not a YouTube alternative. YouTube being another one like Justin.tv that was everything.
Right.
Ustream.tv is everything. Twitch is games.
So Twitch, you go on and you play games? It's
no,
like a game.
it's a video channel, live streaming video.
Oh.
Just like Justin.tv. They were actually almost identical as far as their services go.
Right.
Think live video like you click and it's like YouTube, but it's all live.
So crazy.
Essentially. So we used to use Justin.tv. We switched away when YouTube Live came out because that opened us up to a new audience and larger scale audience. So, and I wonder how many other people went that same route. Isn't that crazy?
Here's something scary for somebody who's an Android user.
Oh.
So.
I am now.
Oh, no.
I'm an Android user
That's
now.
right. You're an Android user, but I wonder if you'll be quite as affected as everybody else. Not so. Because you don't. Oh, maybe.
No. Yeah, of course.
No, okay.
What?
Yeah, because you have Wi-Fi, so you'll have data.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I have
right.
data when I'm connected. What's up?
That's true.
Tell us about this.
This is scary. A flaw in Android's GUI framework let university researchers hack into applications with an up to 92% success rate. They tested apps from Gmail, H&R Block, Newegg, WebMD, Chase Bank, Hotels.com, and Amazon. When a new screen or window is shown, the GUI framework allocates the fixed amount of memory in the shared memory register that's proportional to the size of the screen. This memory is allocated inside the app process and shared with a separate window compositor process. Shared memory is commonly adopted by Windows managers to receive window changes or updates from running applications. When a user downloads a malicious app, the shared memory lets attackers steal information such as log-on credentials, obtain sensitive camera images such as photos of personal checks sent via banking apps.
Oh.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, I guess that would become a problem.
As for fixing the flaw, Newegg's Wu said everyone is responsible, the OS makers, app developers, and phone users. The researchers did a good job at pointing out and educating everyone about possible vulnerability, he continued. Now it is up to all of us to do something about it. That is where I have a little bone of contention. Because, yes, when you download an app, there is that huge privacy release.
Sure.
But it is extensive and long and seems the same
And
app
everybody
to app
reads it.
to app, right?
Yeah.
So I recently, when Facebook started making you download the Messenger app in order to receive your messages, I deleted I deleted my Messenger app. I downloaded it, then I deleted it, and then I looked at my Facebook app, deleted that because I realized all of the privacy
and
that infringements.
Notorious for changing it.
Right. So then I looked through some of my other apps and what the privacy agreements were with those. I actually deleted most of those as well, and now I only download apps on my phone that don't need to access things like both of my cameras, my contacts lists. So my actual
why does that app really need my camera?
Right, GPS, phone log. There are like a crazy amount. But the thing is, it was just in my head. Like it was just like a bug in my head to actually look through that.
Yeah.
Whereas before, I was just blindly pressing accept because it doesn't make sense. Like it doesn't give you a scale of 1 to 10 on how private or unprivate your stuff is going to remain. You have to actually scroll and
on a little 3-inch screen
and read.
Yeah. I think this problem with the shared memory also is not specific to Android. I think their testing was on Android, but it really kind of goes across all platforms because, as far as I know, all mobile platforms use shared memory in order to run their applications because they don't have gigabytes and gigabytes of memory, so they've got to swap out that data and place it somewhere, and it can be read by other applications, and it's been problems in the past. And even Microsoft has admitted that a lot of their exploits on the Microsoft Windows operating system is because of shared memory, because other applications can access the data and manipulate the data from other applications.
It's so scary.
So it's wide scale. This might be an architecture problem, something that in the whole mindset behind how things technological work.
Now, I wonder if there are safeguards against it. Like I use Password Box on my phone. So if I access my online banking via Password Box, am I less at risk?
But see, that's the thing, is that Password Box, anything, nothing to do with Password Box, but is on the phone. And if the phone has an app that is exploiting shared memory, and you copy your password to the clipboard if there is one, but that whole transaction between your browser and Password Box, for example, can be intercepted by something that is sniffing shared memory.
So everything is really a risk.
Yeah, like it says in the news story, even taking a picture of a check to send to your bank directly through a banking application. I mean, how secure is your bank's app? You would think fairly secure, right? So, it's a little bit frightful.
Yeah, if you want to reach me, you can find me via smoke signal.
Yeah,
soon.
For me, it's bat signal.
I just can't imagine.
It's the world we live in. All right, fans.
Much better story. What do you get when you combine footage from Doctor Who, Sherlock, and some impressive fan-made visual effects? Aside from every fan's dream, you get Wholock, a mashup between two of the greatest British shows of all time. We would have been way less impressed and not a bit surprised if the video hadn't been much more than scenes from the two shows cut together. But Wholock's creator, YouTuber John Smith, really surprised us with the visual effects he pulled off. If you want to look at how it was made, he put together another video showing how he accomplished the effects for the mashup. You may find it hard to believe the video isn't actually shot the way it's presented. Check it out at cat5.tv/Wholock. Wholock.
Unbelievable. It's almost frightening how he was able to take those two shows, the lead actors from each show, and put them together in this short video and make it and color graded every detail to make it look like it was shot as a show. I had to do a double take. I was, oh my goodness.
I cannot wait to see it. It occurred to me while I was reading. I paused a little bit after his name. I'm like, a name like John Smith, which is one of those names that is just so popular. Like, you're not the only John Smith in the world. Like, no wonder he strived, I don't know, to do something so unique and creative. That's like a huge creative leap.
And you feel me, because I'll tell you a little secret. I got cat5.tv/Wholock specifically because I didn't want to have to say, go on to YouTube and search for John Smith.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So that one will take you right there. A little bit easier.
Get the full stories at category5.tv/newsroom. The category5.tv newsroom is researched by Roy W. Nash with contributions by Tennessee Frank and our community of viewers. If you have a news story you think is worthy of on-air mention, email newsroom@category5.tv. For the Category5.tv newsroom, I'm Sasha Dermatis.
Thanks, Sasha.
You're welcome.
Tonight's show is brought to you in part by Beltone. Learn why Beltone is the choice of millions when it comes to fantastic hearing care. Check out Beltone first. It's a revolutionary made-for iPhone hearing aid. Visit Beltone.com, or for a free trial, call 1-800-BELTONE now. This is Category 5 Technology TV. Thanks for tuning in to the show. You'll find our website right there, www.category5.tv.
I think it's time for us to give away yet another sticker. Another 2 stickers.
Another 2? Oh, yeah, there's 2 of them.
There's 2.
2 per sheet. It's a 2-up sticker set.
Woohoo.
Whoa. Guys.
That's right.
You need this.
All right, here we go.
Drawbot is working his way into the chat room. Drawbot is an incredible piece of robotic technology who goes out to our chat room, finds somebody to win, and makes them win.
So could I technically win? Because I'm in the chat room?
You're like, on the do not dial list.
Oh.
Sorry, buddy, but you can have a sticker.
No, that's all right. I already have
Staff
2.
Is not allowed.
I have 2 stickers already on my laptop.
But I do see some names flying around on Drawbot. Whiskey Zero and Bay Programmer definitely.
Garby. Circ User.
Whoa! Neon Rust. Hello.
Nah, Polar Bear. Tacos. Is that taco?
If tacos or tachos win this again, we're all gonna scream. He's gonna take John's place as the ultimate winner. Songbird. Hey ya. And if you have a long username, we will have a great deal of challenge to say it as it flies by on Drawbot.
I'll just make up a word that sounds like what it looks like.
Yeah. Hey, Cat. Hey, Kyoshi Ninja.
TikTok. Bay Programmer. G-G.
Yeah.
McRip
and Popey.
Or Popeye.
That's
Kevin
right.
48, the Zen Guy. TikTok.
All right.
Let's see, here
Whiskey
we go.
Zero again.
Oh, I remember.
Come on, here we go.
Last week, this took some time.
Yeah.
I have time for some.
I saw Circ User _ and then I lost it. It's just lost it. Cirrus Minor, hey. And Nady.
J. Blake, Songbird, Cool Dude.
I want to give shouts out. It's Circ User JBO2. There, we got it. DK, my man, Dennis Kelly. Good luck, everybody. This is for Category 5 Premium Vinyl Stickers. 2 up. 1 for your laptop, 1 for your set of wheels. You can get them in our online store, shop.category5.tv, along with some other great Category 5 branded merch. And our winner tonight of the 2-up premium vinyl stickers from shop.category5.tv is...
Tachos.
Stinking way!
Yes!
No way!
Congratulations.
Tachos, you can't keep winning this stuff.
This is good.
That is unbelievable.
Happen. It's happening.
Feel free to contribute it to someone else in the chat room, Tachos, if you like, and they can email me. It seems kind of silly that you keep winning things.
I love it. Are you kidding me?
Tachos is a hacker.
Do you remember during the season, was it the season 5 when we did it live in front of a live audience? Was that it?
Yes. And one kid kept winning everything.
Kept winning, and that was a random draw out of
I think the whole family was there and gave the kid the tickets, and so he kept looking at all the 6 tickets that he had, and he kept winning everything.
I love when that happens.
It's hilarious.
I know it just doesn't happen often to me, but I'm on the do not dial list, or do not call. Oh well, this is great. Go. I like it.
Tachos. So I can either send you an extra set of stickers, Tachos, or if you want to gift them to somebody else, I will send you a personally autographed business card from Sasha Dermatis. So you let us know what you want to do with that. All right. Well, we've got viewer questions, and I want to touch on some before any time passes beyond now.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I have a question from Invisible Mutant, and I am going to butcher this because I was not part of this episode.
Oh.
So, hi Robbie. I am so happy you were so open-minded. I had a good laugh seeing you guys trying hard on Gloucestershire. Like said.
Gloucester?
Gloucestershire. It's like I say Worcestershire sauce. It sounds like I just can't do it. I'm sorry. It was way too entertaining having Eric on the show fixing up the pronunciations. I still remember in the Manchester University campus food court, I was discussing the same topic with my non-British friends. The British lady sitting at the table next to us had a good laugh too. Here are some extras. Hopefully Eric won't get upset with these counterintuitive English words. When Eric is there, Eric is not here. It's Sasha, but it's dessert for my show.
Oh, okay.
The show. Your show. The show. Click this here.
Wikipedia's list of places in the United Kingdom with, what was it? Counterintuitive pronunciations. There is actually an article on Wikipedia called List of Places in the United Kingdom and Ireland with Counterintuitive Pronunciations. And when I look at stuff like Gloucester and think, okay, we're taught, Hooked on Phonics worked for me. Well, no, not so much this time.
It's bad.
Fun. That's fun.
Wow.
Thanks for the fun email, for sure. Cheers,
All
Invincible.
right. This is from Roy W. Nash.
Roy, hey, buddy.
Roy W. Nash. While testing the latest KDEN Live, I noticed the KDEN Live website that they suggest the removal of the Debian multimedia repository as it is no longer trusted.
Right.
Check out the last paragraph on the site below. He has attached a screenshot.
Thanks for the note. Okay, Debian multimedia repository. There's a screenshot, is there? Oh, and okay. Yes. If you use that particular repository for your multimedia stuff on Debian or Debian derivs, problem is that whoever owned it, let it expire. When you own a .com, don't let it expire, especially if you're using one of those cheap hosting services where you don't actually own the domain, because guess what? They turn it into a search engine or a bad website or some crazy thing like that.
Speaking of that, then mine, the SashaDermatis.com.
Yours is cool.
Will it lapse?
Yeah, it comes up for renewal. I just renewed it for you because can you believe we had it for a year? So renewal time came and went. So, but you're covered. So
you don't. Oh well, thank you.
Yeah, all right.
Haha.
So what
That's
happened?
Why I don't
though,
get stickers.
And this is on the KDEN Live, KDEN Live website. They do make mention. When you go to the download page, check it out, and thank you, Roy, for pointing this out to our viewers. Debian multimedia packages do not use the debianmultimedia.org repository. So that is debian-multimedia.org. Okay, so check your repository lists and make sure that is not in there. Comment it out. The Debian multimedia.org domain has been bought by an untrusted source. Not to say that they're a bad person, but somebody else has purchased it, and it is no longer in the hands of the person who originally had it. So you want to remove that from your repositories. Yeah, you've got a great hosting package that I've set up for you through one of our partners. They're called DreamHost. And they're one of the companies that they I don't know, it's shared hosting. It's really economical. They offer our viewers an incredible deal. They are very reliable. Your blog has been running really well. Email, all that stuff. The .com is there. If you want to get a website and not be in one of those situations where your website accidentally gets taken over by somebody else like debianmultimedia.org did, get over to cat5.tv/dreamhost, and for $70, that's it. $70. Think about that in the grand scheme of how much web hosting costs. So for $70, you're going to get a year of carbon neutral LAMP, which is Linux, Apache, MySQL, PHP hosting. So it's a Linux server. You're going to get a free domain registration. So that's the SashaDermatis.com or the Debian-multimedia.org, whatever. You're going to get that included, absolutely no charge. You get unlimited storage space for your website. You get 50 gigabytes for backing up your own personal files in a private account. So if you want to do an offsite backup, you get 50 gigs free.
That's awesome.
Think about that for a second. Okay. You can host an unlimited number of domain names in your account and have separate websites set up, so whatever you want to do with it. Unlimited bandwidth, unlimited email accounts, all for $70. Go to cat5.tv/dreamhost, and when you're checking out, make sure you use this code in order to get your discount. Cat5TV. All one word, just Cat5TV. And there you have it.
Nice.
That's what we got you on. Great
And
deal.
it's
Great deal.
easy, perfect.
Looks great. Are you enjoying blogging? And
I am enjoying. I haven't blogged in a week.
a week? Well, you're doing pretty good.
Well, I try and go like once a week.
Okay.
Sit down
That's
with my
good.
blog once a week. The last blog was a very long list of the 15
more
things that I
detailed
am
and more
most
work.
grateful. Yeah. I need to do another one because I
was looking. I searched through that entry for my name, and I didn't
see,
it.
and I know Jot had brought it up as well, that I mentioned my family 3 times in category 5, no times.
Sasha
that does not
considers
mean
us as part of her extended family.
exactly.
Folks.
And it just means that I am dedicating an entire blog episode. What is it called? Blog entry? Blog entry?
Blog.
To category 5.
Oh.
It's up and coming. Just
Hey,
you
that's
wait and
something
see.
to look forward to, folks. It's SashaDermatis.com. I'm going to just bring up your face so that they can see the spelling
My
of your
face
name.
and
there
name,
it is.
yes.
SashaDermatis.com. That's all there is to it. So, it's been neat to see some of the comments going on there, just as a third party, and people are really enjoying it. So
I love doing it, and actually, I didn't realize how much I would enjoy following a blog. But my sister just biked from
that's right.
Toronto to Halifax, Nova Scotia, and
Wow.
she updated her blog. I didn't realize she had one until this point.
Okay.
She updated her blog, and it was nice to go on and just get a little snippet of, a slice of her life here and there. So now I'm realizing that it's not so daunting. At first I was really,
right.
like myself, I was personally scared or hesitant to do it.
And
Watching
rightly so.
and reading.
It's a big undertaking. Some people don't realize. I sat down with a customer today who was asking, should we get a blog? And the answer was no, in her particular case, because it is a huge task to take on to be a blogger. And if you're going to do it right, then you have to commit time to it. You really do.
And it has to be a frequent, like I try and commit to once a week. Clearly this past
that's
week
good.
I did not do, but
that's great. That means there's current content all the time. So keep it up.
and I love it. Okay, new question from Peter C. from Indiana.
Hi, Peter.
He installed in Ejabberd in virtual machine.
Ejabberd that we did several
Ejabberd.
weeks back. Okay.
In virtual machine on top of Ubuntu 12.04, could not connect to it. Used IP address from another virtual machine, OpenSUSE on Windows 7. That is it.
Oh, okay, so you use the IP address of the server. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to point you in the right direction to, the episode where we looked at Ejabberd. That was fairly recently, anyways. So I thought...
I keep seeing as you scroll through pictures of me in the sweater, and it was really it is a comfortable sweater. It was really hot that week.
Yeah.
You can all the pictures of me, and my face is bright red, and I look like I'm melting.
The hot days. I mean, it has been. Today was 41 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
And ironically, calling for thunderstorms again. Here we are.
Because it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't usually look at pictures of how I am and think, oh wow, I look really, really warm, because usually I run very cold. I was sweltering. That is a warm, comfortable sweater made for fall and winter.
Here it is. Do-it-yourself instant messenger service, episode number 355. 355. Okay, so our viewer Peter has installed Ejabberd according to the tutorial that I gave. It's running in a virtual machine, but you can't connect from an outside system to that system. This is a chat server so that you can run your own chat service for your family, for your business, whatever you want to do for your friends. So I'm assuming that you're on the internal LAN because you're just testing, so you should be able to use just the internal IP address in order to connect to it. If not, the first thing that I would check, because the eJabber server is running in a virtual machine, probably on VirtualBox, I would double check the network configuration of the virtual machine itself. And I'll gladly show you how to do that. I'm going to bring up VirtualBox here on my system. And we just want to confirm that we are bridging the network adapter. So over here on, this is VirtualBox. It's a free virtualization platform. Let's see if I still have that virtual machine. There it is, eJabber. So if I right-click on it and go Settings, now we'll see a tab over here called Network. And of course our adapter needs to be enabled, and it needs to be attached as a bridged adapter. By default, it's going to be set probably to NAT. And that will not work because that's basically its own private network, and it's not going to allow outside access. Bridged adapter will allow you to connect to this particular virtual machine, and vice versa. It will be able to connect out to your network as part of your LAN, as if it was a physical box actually on your network. So it should resolve the problem if that's what it is. If that's not the problem, then we'd probably need to look at the settings that you're using in your instant messenger application, such as Pigeon. But again, if you follow through the tutorial that I gave during episode number 355, and you watch step by step, ensuring in particular that you have set that network adapter to bridged mode, then you should have no trouble. But that will be the key thing. That will be the most important thing to check right off the bat. Okay.
Great question.
Good luck. Okay, let us know how it goes. Let us know if that fixed the problem for you, or if it didn't.
All right. One more question. This is from Mike.
Hey, Mike.
I am trying to use my Rebel T5 to connect to video like you do in the T2. I used an HDMI output but cannot get my computer to recognize it. Is there something that he might be doing wrong?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
And now it is up to us to determine what that thing is. For one, you're trying to connect it using macaroni. I would suggest an HDMI cable.
Is it plugged in?
Yeah. Did you try turning it off and on again? Did you try that? Try it. Try turning it off and on again. Fixes it every time.
I worry when I have questions that I'm going to get answers like you just gave. Whenever it's like, this isn't working, my laptop. Da, da, da.
It seriously fixes everything.
Off and on again?
Yeah. I had a viewer came onto Facebook and said, I can't use your channel on Roku. Roku's not working for me. So I said, did you try turning it off and on again? And he did, and it fixed it, and he was very pleased. So I said, +1 for the IT crowd. Yes, that is not your problem. I'm just goofing around because it's the end of the show and I'm allowed to do that. I wonder what kind of capture device he's using. So you say you've connected your camera. This is a DSLR camera. Mm-hmm. It's being connected through an HDMI output into... Qu'est-ce que c'est? What is it that you are plugging it into? Right?
Something in Quebec, obviously.
Obviously. We're from Canada. That's how we talk, eh? So I wonder... This is a long shot. My laptop computer has an HDMI output.
Right.
My video card in my desktop computer has an HDMI output. Mm-hmm. Are you by any chance taking the output from your camera and plugging it into a video output? Did you? How do we answer that? Did you purchase an HDMI capture device, such as a Blackmagic Decklink or a Blackmagic Intensity Pro? Did you purchase that? If you did not, you could be plugging two outputs together.
Right, the output needs to go into the input. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, because a computer has a HDMI output so that you can connect it to a TV, so that you can then pull up your computer screen on the TV or the projector.
Yes.
But that same output does not allow you to connect an external camera to the computer.
Okay.
Because then you've got output going to output. It's a
That's
clash
something
of
I would
titans.
do. Oh, that is something I would do.
Give it a look, okay? And if not, get over to category5.tv/affiliate links.php, or just go to category5.tv look on the menu for Support Us affiliate links. Find B&H Photo Video. Get in there, and you can get there through cat5.tv/BH for a quick link. When you get to B&H, and the reason I tell you to do it that way is because they are an affiliate partner of Category 5, they will kick back a little thank you to us, and if this works for you, then we appreciate that very much. Do a search for a compatible device. Depending on your computer, you want to get a Deck Link or a Intensity Pro, and those have HDMI input.
Right.
That's the key.
Output to input.
Yeah. I have a feeling that might be the case. So good luck. All right. Let us know. Thank you for the question. And thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Can't believe the hour's gone.
Wow. Again.
Where did it go? This has been Category 5 Technology TV. She's Sasha Dermatis.
And he is Robbie Ferguson.
Hello.
And goodbye.
And goodbye. With that hello, I say goodbye. Have a wonderful week. Thursday, I'm at Studio D again with Krista and Brad. They're mad experienced with drywall. I'm very hopeful we're going to get all the drywall up. Thanks to Robert sealing up the windows and everything, and Paulo cutting out the drywall for us. So it's a very exciting time. Check us out, cat5.tv/studio, to check out what's going on there. And that's all the time I got.
See you next week.
Oh, she moved. It's supposed to be a high five.
Oh.
Thanks, Sasha.
No
and
problem.
Thank you at home.
Thank you.
See you, everybody.
We hope you enjoyed the show. Category 5 TV broadcasts live from Barrie, Ontario, Canada every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. If you're watching this on demand or through cable TV, check out the local show times in your area at category5.tv and find out when you can watch live and interact in the community chat room. Category 5 is a production of Prodigy Digital Solutions and is licensed under Creative Commons Attribution 2.5 Canada. We'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.